Good morning. Today I am going to start with computational learning theory from Unit 4 of Machine Learning. Now, what is computational learning? Computational learning theory actually seeks answers to such questions like under what conditions the successful learning is possible, or under what conditions the successful learning is not possible. Or we can say what kind of tasks are actually learnable, or what kind of data is required for learnability, and so on. Now secondly, it addresses the questions like under what conditions is a particular learning algorithm assured of learning successfully. That is, what kind of data is required for learning, or what are the space and time requirement for learning algorithm, or how much data is actually required for successful learning. Here we can also examine the number of training errors that will be made by learner before it determines the correct hypothesis. So in computational learning theory, we have a learning model known as PAC learning model, which provides mathematical analysis in machine learning. PAC stands for probably, approximately, correct. So in this learning, the learner receives some sample and it must select some hypothesis from a hypothesis space with the goal that with high probability the selected hypothesis will have low generalization error, or it will show low true error when working on test data. So the main goals of computational learning theory is to analyze the sample complexity, computational complexity, and the mistake bound. So sample complexity actually represents the number of training examples that are required for a learner to converge to a successful hypothesis, that too with the high probability. Computational complexity, it denotes the computational efforts that are needed for a learner to converge to a successful hypothesis. Next we have mistake bonds. Mistake bond actually denotes the number of training examples that will be misclassified by the learner before converging to the successful hypothesis, or it actually demonstrates the training error that will be made by the learner before it determines the correct hypothesis. So these are the main goal of computational learning theory. Now we have some quantitative bonds on measure depending on the attributes of any learning problem. So let's see what are these measures. What is the probability of successful learning? Second, we have the number of training examples, or we can set some bound on the number of training examples. Third, we can have the sample complexity of hypothesis space, both for finite hypothesis space or infinite hypothesis space. And then we have the accuracy to which the target concept is approximately correct. And lastly, we have the manner in which the training examples are presented to the learner. Now, before moving to the PAC learning, we should know about the errors of hypothesis. First is true error. So true error of hypothesis H is the error rate that we expect when applying hypothesis to the future instances that are drawn randomly according to the given probability distribution. So true error actually works on the future instances or the test data. This is the formal definition of the true error. The true error for any hypothesis H with respect to given target concept C that we want to learn, and the distribution D is the probability that the hypothesis will misclassify in instances drawn at random according to D, according to data distribution D. It is represented as error of H with respect to data distribution D, it is given by the probability when the proposed hypothesis does not give the exact result as the target one with respect to the future instance X. Now, when we talk about the training error is the error which is caused when we misclassify the training examples. Now, here we can easily visualize the concept of true error. Here we have a target concept class C. The target function we have C, which we want to learn. C is actually the ideal class that we wish to learn. We basically want to learn the instances in C. To learn C, we have the set of positive and training negative examples. The instances which are present inside C is actually the member of class C. Now here we are looking for some hypothesis which give the exact result as the target function C. This is the proposed hypothesis. Now, what are the error regions here? The error regions is where C and the target function class and the hypothesis disagrees. So here we have this as error region. This region shows that these instances belong to H but not C. Similarly, this error region comprises the instances which belong to C but not H. So this is the error region. Now, this error region can be represented by C XOR H. Now, for PAC learning, we want that the probability of this error region should be small, or the instances which fall in this error region should be with the low probability, which can be bounded by some error parameter, let's say epsilon. This epsilon should hold a small value, ranges from 0 to 0.5. So we say that probability of C XOR H is less than epsilon, and this hypothesis, in that case we can say this hypothesis H is approximately correct, where C XOR H denotes what? It denotes the error region. Now we want that the probability of learning algorithm gives approximately correct hypothesis should be greater than some bound or some confidence parameter. So we can have here another parameter known as delta, and we say that the probability that the learning algorithm gives approximately correct hypothesis is greater than 1 minus delta, where delta ranges from 0 to 0.5. So this is the PAC learning. Now here is the formal definition of the PAC learning. If we have the given target concept class C, which is defined over the set of instances X of length n, there are n samples, and we have a learner L using the hypothesis space H, then we can say that C is PAC learnable by L using some hypothesis H over the distribution D with the two bonds epsilon and delta. Epsilon is the error parameter and delta is the confidence parameter. These two bonds hold the value between 0 to 0.5. Now here the learner L will PAC learn the class C with if the learner will, with probability at least 1 minus delta, output a hypothesis H such that the true error of that hypothesis is less than equal to epsilon in time, that is polynomial in 1 by epsilon, 1 by delta, n and size C. that means it is computationally fast. So we can say that by the help of back learning we are looking for hypothesis which we can't say that gives exactly the correct result as the given target function, but there some error can be acceptable which is bounded to some error variable, the value of some error parameter, that is epsilon. Okay, so this was all about the pack learning concept, and that's all for today. Thank you.